Raleigh, North Carolina. Thank you all so much for being here. This is little Alfie, if you happen to be new to the channel, my 1-year-old wheaten terrier. But in this video, I want to talk about living in Raleigh. And I just moved here from Austin, Texas about 1.5 years ago. So we're gonna do some comparing, and I want to give y'all my thoughts because I know a lot of people are going to be moving here, are interested in moving here, especially with Apple and Fujifilm and all these big companies coming. So I'm just gonna give you guys the lowdown real quick and tell you whether you're looking at Austin, Texas or Raleigh, North Carolina, both are phenomenal places to live. But I do want to talk about different aspects such as the quality of living, the climate, the things to do, where to live, anything that you want to know, you're gonna find out in today's video. We'll show you around a little bit and you're in for a good one. Now, as far as climate goes, I'm of the opinion that Raleigh is very mild, and I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. I think it's too cold. That is why I left Ohio initially, is because I wanted warmer weather. So if you're someone that likes all the seasons and don't mind a little bit of cold weather every now and again, then Raleigh would be a great place for you. Personally, I loved Austin because it was always hot, and in the middle of the summer it'd get like 105 degrees. I personally love that. I know a lot of people don't, but even now it's the middle of May, it's only about 54 degrees at 8:30 a.m. and it will get hotter throughout the day, of course, but for me personally, I would like it a little bit warmer. Hey, buddy. Hey. Now, as far as cost of living goes, both Raleigh and Austin are becoming pretty expensive places to live. That is why when we built this house, we actually moved into the suburb outside of like proper Raleigh. We got a lot more house for our money here. So our budget was anywhere between $500,000 to $600,000. And you can kind of see on the screen right now, it's a very nice house. It's a new build, and you can buy that in the suburbs of Raleigh, and some in the suburbs of Austin, Texas as well. But if you want to live in a Raleigh zip code or Austin zip code, you're gonna be spending a lot of money. You're gonna have to buy an older house and do some renovations, or you're just gonna really have to get kind of creative or kind of give up some of the things that you might want in a house to have a little bit of a better location. Now, when we first moved to Raleigh, we did live in a Raleigh zip code 27609, which was North Hills, Raleigh, North Carolina, and that area is amazing if you're looking to rent, or if you're big ballin' and you're looking to buy something, then I would highly recommend that area. And in Austin, honestly, there's no bad place to live. I was in the Domain, which is in North Austin, my favorite place I've ever lived in my entire life. It's just phenomenal. But either way, when you're coming to either city, you're gonna have a lot of options, so it's gonna depend on you what's most important. Next order of business, we need to get some coffee, and there's not the best coffee shops that I found in the Raleigh area. A lot of Starbucks and chains. In Austin, the best coffee shop of all time is called Summer Moon. You guys definitely need to try that out. What do you think about the coffee here, Cameraman?
I think we haven't been to enough.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we've been to a few. One of our favorites, which we're about to take you to, is called Sir Walter's. They have a few locations throughout Raleigh. And what I've noticed is a lot of the places that started in Austin are moving to Raleigh, which is another location we're gonna take you to later in this video. Now, here is something you will surely not get in Texas that is unique to Raleigh. All of the trees, it is beautiful out this way. All the highways are lined with trees. There's a lot of greenery. It's a very, very scenic place for sure. Told the people that it's actually Mother's Day today, so happy Mother's Day to all of you moms out there. For the best dog mom in the entire world, we're gonna be getting some coffee. So we're at Sir Walter's, as I mentioned, a local to Raleigh. Very, very delicious lattes. Hey, what's up, buddy? Did you miss me? All right, we have got the goods. So I'm not exactly sure who Mr. Walter is, but he must be a pretty important guy, and they make one heck of a latte. Now, coming from Ohio, the South that I pictured in my head is much more like North Carolina. When you go to Austin, Texas, there's no one from Austin that actually lives in that city. And if they are from Austin, they hate that everyone is there because the Austin that they knew is much different than the Austin of today. But here in North Carolina, there's still plenty of natives in the Raleigh area, and you still get that southern charm. So you get the southern cooking, you get the southern accents, the southern hospitality. So it's one of the most welcoming places that I have ever been. Sit. Good boy. Yes. I don't know if anyone else's household is the same way, but anytime we eat, little Alfredo gets to eat as well. We're suckers. But the good thing about both Austin and Raleigh is they are both very dog-friendly cities. So as most of my regular viewers know, working out, being active is a very important part of my life. And both cities, Austin and Raleigh, are very conducive to this kind of lifestyle. There's a lot of people out and about being active. I feel like we're at a day and age where people know the importance of being healthy. Now here in Raleigh, you unfortunately don't find as many hardcore mom and pop gyms. So if you're looking for a nice gym, you'll be able to find it for sure. You have places like O2 Fitness, which is an amazing chain of gyms, but it's not that local feel that you get like Austin, where there's places like Gym One or Big Tex or House of Gains or all of these amazing local gyms. And I think they will come up around Raleigh. I just think that it hasn't made it there yet. A lot of people describe Raleigh as a mini Austin, and I can kind of see it in a way, but it's kind of like little brother, and it'll eventually get there. But when you go to Austin and you go downtown and you see people running around Lady Bird Lake, I mean, in my opinion, Austin is the most active city in America. Now, with that being said, here in Raleigh, at least as of now, you can still buy a bigger home for your money. So you get more bang for your buck in Raleigh and in the surrounding areas. So you can do something like this, where you can build your own gym. So when I was looking for a house, a non-negotiable was a 3rd car garage, so I could build out my own gym because I didn't really have what I was looking for in my area. So this is actually the first time y'all have seen this. If you've been keeping up with the channel, I just renovated this entire space, and I think it turned out great. So I felt like it was only appropriate that Greg, you know what we're gonna do. Let Greg know in the comment section down below how amazing of a job he has done on this video so far and every video that he edits for me. So definitely give the video a like and let him know in the comments. But unfortunately, YouTube doesn't pay me that much through the ad revenue. So thankfully, I have an amazing sponsor that can help keep Greg on board and make these amazing videos for y'all. You know, I've been working with movement for quite a long while. I wear these sunglasses every single day, especially in bright, sunny North Carolina during the summer, and their watches are my go-to when I'm going out and about or whether I am at work. They really have a product for every single occasion. And the great part about the watches, they start around $100, and then you guys can save an additional 15% and get free shipping and free returns going to movement.com/Travis. So I'm gonna leave that link down below. Definitely recommend their sunglasses and their watches. You can pick them up for a very affordable price. Again, movement.com/Travis, 15% off, free shipping, free returns. And now we are off to a very, very special place you've never been. I am so excited. So last week, Raleigh got their first Torchy's Tacos, which originated in Austin, Texas, and it is amazing. I cannot wait for you to try. Let's talk about something very important, which is the food. I don't necessarily think Raleigh is known for being like a foodie city, do you?
No.
And Megan was born in Greensboro, which isn't too far from here, and lived in Raleigh her whole adult life, so she knows a lot better than me. But Durham definitely has more foodie spots, unlike Austin, where, I mean, there's the best food I think I've ever had in my entire life. I describe it as, in Raleigh, you have to go looking for good food. In Austin, good food just finds you. But still, you can definitely find some very, very good places in the area. Now, when I first moved here, people kept talking about the triangle, and I'm like, what the heck is a triangle? So I learned that it's just Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, and you can kind of see how it makes a triangle on the map. So if they say you're living in the triangle, that's all they mean. And all of these surrounding cities like Apex, Cary, Fuquay, Garner, you know, they all surround the triangle. And the further you go out, the cheaper houses are going to get. But everyone wants access to it, especially with these big companies moving in here. And I would say in this area, we have the best like pharmaceutical manufacturers. I mean, we have Pfizer, we have all of these big names, and really a lot of medical breakthroughs have been developed in this area. So they're recruiting some of the top talent, some very, very high paying jobs. I mean, when you think the median salary for an Apple employee is going to be $185,000, it's crazy. Wow, it's been a while since we've been out this way.
Yeah.
So this is where we used to live, up by North Hills. And I always recommend, if you're interested in going to Raleigh, look at North Hills. It's pretty pricey, but it's my favorite part of Raleigh for sure. They just built this area out here that has like Wegmans, Starbucks, all of these shops. And this is where they put the new Torchy's. And I have not had Torchy's since I lived in Austin. So I'm so excited about this. As I alluded to before, Raleigh is really becoming kind of like a miniature version of Austin. And you're gonna continue to see things like this come into the area, and all that's gonna do is boost your house value. Oh my gosh. So I went with the classics, the Migas and the Brush Fire, my two favorite tacos. Megan went with some breakfast tacos as well. I am so happy right now, guys. You don't even understand. First Torchy's experience.
Very nice. The bacon, egg, and cheese was good. They should have added cilantro though.
Of course.
But their chips and guac was amazing.
What do you rank it?
I didn't try the margs, but next time. And I would rank it an 8.1 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9.2, 4.6 out of 10. So Megan had one request, one thing she wanted to do for Mother's Day. Go to Logan's garden shop to get trees or plants or whatever, you know, hippie stuff that she's into, and it's closed. How could it be closed on Mother's Day? What the heck? No bueno. We're gonna take you guys downtown and show you around a little bit, but that's a bummer. Well, I feel bad, babe, but we got about a 25-minute drive home. And as far as some of our other food recommendations in Raleigh, we love the food halls. Morgan Street Food Hall is our favorite. There's also Transfer Food Hall. There's a place downtown called City. I think my favorite restaurant that I actually went to in Raleigh is Benchwarmers Bagels. The best bagel sandwiches ever. Is that in Transfer Food Hall?
Yes.
In Transfer Food Hall. But it's really cool to go into the food halls. You get to see a lot of different options, so definitely check those out. And I cannot forget Dame's Chicken and Waffles, one of the best that we have had in Raleigh. The other thing to mention about Raleigh is it's in an amazing proximity for any kind of travel or trip that you might want to take. So we're 2 hours from the beach down in Wilmington, and we're just about 3.5 hours from the mountains in Asheville. We have had some amazing trips to both. So to be able to get to those in half a day, whichever one that you prefer, is pretty unique to Raleigh. And the other thing I wanted to mention is there's a very big family focus here. So if you're a young professional or you're looking to start a family, this is an amazing place to do it. Whereas Whereas in Austin, you're gonna have the nightlife. You know, if you're in like your young 20s and you're single, that might be the place to be. But here, I just feel like it's a better place to start your life. So since we had a pretty late lunch and it was bigger than my typical lunch, we're gonna have a very small dinner. Just have some vegetables here and then a small little turkey wrap. But most importantly, little man over there is having his Sunday night tradition of getting his Frosty Paw. In conclusion, whether you're looking to move to Raleigh or Austin, I can almost guarantee you will not be disappointed. I've never met anyone that has moved to either place and hasn't enjoyed it. For me, Raleigh has been an amazing place to live. There's obviously things that I like more about Austin, but for us, Raleigh just made the most sense. So if you're looking to move here, let me know in the comments down below if you have any other questions. Always happy to assist if we can. Just rest assured, it is not like you're moving to like California, something that's, you know, I don't know why anybody would consider that, but Raleigh or Austin, great choices. And the good thing about this, even though the housing market is getting a little bit crazy, we bought at a pretty good time, thankfully, we signed right as COVID was becoming, I guess, serious. So it's gonna get more and more competitive. Even in the surrounding areas, the housing prices are getting jacked up. So it will be a little bit more expensive, but I feel like for all the things that you get and not having to worry about like a lot of snow and a lot of ice, then it's a pretty great value. But please let me know what y'all thought about this video in the comments down below. I hope that it was helpful, if I can get my words out here, to a lot of people watching. If you are new here, please subscribe and turn on those post notifications. But thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. I mean, you could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That is pretty awesome. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I look forward to talking to y'all next time.